lost count what episode we're on. But, okay, we're back anyway with another episode of Beyond the Sessions. Our guest today is Aryan, who's our Computer Science 41 SI leader. So why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit more about yourself, your major, any hobbies that you have?
Okay, so my name is Aryan Patodiya. I'm CSCI 41 SI leader, and my major is computer science. I'm doing my master's here. And for the hobbies, I like to travel a lot and cook something. I've been since grade 8. I've been in a hostel, like away from home. So I had to cook myself. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, we got a lot to talk about. Okay. So because I'm always fascinated. Like, I ask all our students why Fresno State, but I definitely love asking students who aren't from, here, what made you pick Fresno State?
Okay, so I had gotten into a few colleges like NJIT, Stevens, and Fresno State. So from California, near the Silicon Valley, I only got into Fresno State. I also tried San Jose State. So, like my sister, who is here in United States from so many years, she told me to take admissions near Silicon Valley. So it's better for future.
Right.
So yeah, the Fresno State was the choice, and among the results which I have seen, yeah, it was great.
Yeah. So is that kind of the end goal, is going to Silicon Valley?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you're already doing your master's. What would you say, experience-wise? I imagine you coming here, is very different. I mean, maybe familiarity with, having your sister already have been in the States, but what was that experience like for you?
So it was like a cultural shock to me.
Yeah.
It was so different. Back in my home where I used to live, it was like people used to stay awake till late night. And in here, the shops and everything shuts down at around 9 or 9:30. Everybody is back home having dinner at 7. I never had dinner before 8:30.
Oh my gosh! What time did you have dinner then?
It was like around 8:39. Okay. At that time, my father used to come home, and we had dinner together at around 8:30 to 9. But study-wise, it's totally different. Back in India, in almost any of the universities, we don't have jobs, on-campus jobs, or
So it's just academic.
Just academic.
Gotcha.
The co-curricular activities like sports or research activities or hackathons, something like that. But yeah, these are the few differences which I have observed.
Yeah, that's... Oh, dang. I get hungry by the time I get home, so I can't imagine pushing dinner till much later unless I had a hefty lunch. But
so yeah, it was a schedule. So
was it like an adjustment? Like, when you came here, did you find yourself still having super late dinners?
Yeah, still I still have. Yeah,
okay.
I start to make my dinner at around 8.
Okay.
And from also one more thing, from where I belong, the region. And during the evening time at around 12:30, every people, like every shop, every temples and everything shuts down. They go home, they have lunch with the family, and they sleep. And around 3 p.m. in the evening, they come back, they open the shops and do everything. So 12 to 3, no shops will be open.
I need to go somewhere like that, because honestly, my 2 o'clock crash time, I need a nap. So yeah, that's.
So it was also one more thing, to be awake in the evening.
Okay, gotcha. So so you have a sister that was already here before you. Is that your only sibling?
So yeah, my real sibling. Otherwise, I have cousins so much.
Gotcha. Okay, so Fresno State was closest to Silicon Valley. At what point did you get initially interested in computer science? Because I feel like that's also a very common major.
Oh yeah. So it was also due to my sister. I was in my 6th grade or 7th grade. She is 7 years older than me. I was in my 6th grade. She got into colleges. At that time, I never thought of my future.
Okay.
So when I saw her coding, doing different things on computer, I was very intrigued. Then during my 8th grade course, which came computer science, and I started coding in my school. So from that on point, what can I what more things can I do by writing these codes, like writing in applications, writing different websites or what?
Yeah.
And then I got into undergrad, and here I am.
Yeah, no, coding is a life hack.
Yeah,
for real.
And also then 2019 happened, AI came, and I got into that field. So right now I'm a machine learning engineer, and yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I feel like if I see any code pop up on my screen, I'm like, I hit the wrong button. And I start panicking. So that, yeah, no, I think career wise, obviously, like, everything becomes so dependent on it.
Yes, totally. Like nowadays, everything. I would say the AI which happened, like ChatGPT or Gemini or anything, is the best thing.
Okay, so you're a big fan of it.
Yeah, because like it makes my life more easy, more productive. Recently, I also started losing weight. My family has a history of diabetes, so I told ChatGPT, "You are a nutritional expert and a gym expert and a trainer." I gave him, you can ask any type of questions regarding my health, regarding my body type, anything. And it asked me so many different questions. And finally it gave me a whole chart of what exercises should I do, how many steps, or what food I should eat. And then I took that, compared it with real nutritional doctors. They tell me, it's the almost perfect, the one which I should give.
Gotcha.
Right now, it's like replacing the peoples.
Yeah.
Recently, if you have seen news in industry, people are getting fired. Amazon recently fired 30,000 people due to AI. It's a good thing. I always say people, like, use AI, but it should push you. It should not do your work. Something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And like, kind of like, I think you mentioned like a key step, right? Like you kind of put it in there. You wanted, whether it's like nutritional, like tips and stuff. Because I've used it for my dog too. Like I'm like using chat, and I'm like, I'm transitioning my dog this food, and it gives me like a weekly breakdown or whatever. But you also kind of take your steps to like verify, and you're not just kind of blindly following like what's being
never blindly followed it. It hallucinates sometimes. It has so many data behind it.
Right.
And AI has some kind of thing called context window. So basically, if context gets too long, the AI starts to hallucinate. So if you ask some question, it would give you wrong answers. So it's better. It's always better to have some real expert or to verify the answers given by AI.
Gotcha. But I mean, like, you definitely picked a career path where you're at the forefront of it. So the job security is definitely there.
Yeah.
Okay. So in terms of, your experience as an SI leader, what initially sparked your interest in working as an SI leader? If you knew what you were signing up for, if you didn't know what you were getting yourself into?
So basically, I knew what SI was because I have given interviews 3 to 4 times for an SI, and I had to become one of this because I like to help students. I have seen students struggling, and I have been through that phase, and I know this is tough. But at last, if you have some guiding hand or some person behind you, then you can definitely excel at that topic.
Right.
So the experiences which I have passed through by going through that course or through that examples, I have learned new different things. So I can help them. So this was my I need to do this, and I enjoy doing.
Yeah, no, well, we're glad to have you on the team, Aryan. You definitely are a strong presence on the team, especially in our chat. But what would you say, like, in terms of becoming an SI leader? So like you said, you wanted to help people with the course. There's other things that come with being an SI leader, right? You're working closely with like faculty and stuff like that. So would you say that before you became an SI leader that you already had like strong working relationships with the faculty? Or
yes, I have a working relation with faculty. Well, like not just one faculty, with so many of the faculties in my department. Also, this course, it's like not just me helping the students. This is a course which is very important in computer science. So like if you are going to get a job, in the interviews they only ask questions of data structures and algorithms, which this course is about. So it will in turn also help me, because like to solve this course or to solve these questions, you can have many different ways.
Yeah.
So from like one of my sessions, what we do in the class, what professor does is they tell them to create your own algorithm, and some students like brilliantly design their own algorithm. So it also helps me a lot. I also like to work with faculties. They also help me a lot. My contacts with the faculties, it helped me during the industries, and also in turn it also helped students too. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So in terms of the, I think a common thing that I see with some of the majors, and computer science being one of them, is, how do I take a course where this is my content and still apply the SI model? How do I still design activities that, where we don't get there? Because we've gotten it, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I can't do that with my course because of the content. So how do you kind of overcome that challenge, if it ever was a challenge for you as an SI leader?
Yeah, I have faced this challenge because there are some contents which you can design. It's if you take an example of, there's a sorting algorithm, you need to sort the different numbers. Mm-hmm. It's like you have to take any random numbers. You can pre-decide any type of content for the activity. Okay. So what I do is I generate the code for it, and I ask computer to generate me random arrays, and I take like 10 to 15 arrays, and I ask professor for the verification. And also in that I also mention it, like what if during the session if I generate any random array instead of using pre-decided content. Mm-hmm. So it also helps me a lot. Mm-hmm. In computer science, it's like almost uncertain. To design the content beforehand, it's hard, it's tough. So I design examples. So from that examples which I can use in the session to write a few more questions based on that, or design a few more activities based on the previous contents, I would say. So it helps me a lot, yeah. So like writing some examples.
Yeah, that's gotcha. Would you say that you collaborate a lot with other SI leaders?
I not like wide range of peoples, but particularly a few of computer science, because like Harun, or from EC you can say Khushbu, they give me a lot of ideas. Sometimes different peoples like Daniel, it can be Daniel or few more ones. It's like getting different views from myself. So I have like a particular way of doing the thing. They tell me, oh, you can do like this, or you can have some more ideas, or some more creative people like Jose. There are so many of them.
Yeah. So and especially when you're branching out, because I feel like, you would have some of the randomest subjects on here as well too, and there's still an overlap. Right, the content's going to be vastly different, but the ideas is still, it's just like using chat, right? Like you get ideas and then you still go and take it and modify that. So I'm glad. We got to get you to branch out more out of ECE and computer science, it sounds like.
I need to.
Okay, so what would you say are some of the skills that you've gained or strengthened in your time as an SI leader?
One thing particular is teamwork, or the group work, I can say. Earlier, what I used to do, I single out myself in a course project or anything. Okay. I used to do it alone because I don't like to collaborate with so many of the people, because it's so hard to handle then, like a project. So after being an SI, I did like 3 to 4 projects with the group in my course. So it's a kind of crazy thing. Also, another one is time management.
Gotcha.
Before that, on that same day in the morning, I decided, I need to do this, I need to do that at particular time. But right now what I'm doing is I'm having a calendar. I have did all the things, and it gives me reminder when to do what. Yeah. So these 2 things I'm particularly proud of to get from SI, like teamwork and time management.
Yeah, no, they're great. And you're right, because like most people, even when, SI is such, or Fundamental 5, right, group work is such a key component of SI. But most people kind of, like you said, like you're working on like group projects, and that's not necessarily like a controlled environment, right? Yeah. Like students, you have the slackers, you got like you said, like someone that's struggling to kind of organize everybody. Like the commitment level is different. Whereas in SI, right, like your SI leader, or you as the SI leader, is very much trying to ensure that everyone's like equally participating and making it effective group work. So
another like time management is the best thing, because like the 50-minute session is tough, but it taught me like how to manage things in a particular given set of time.
Gotcha. Okay. What would you say in terms of, or what do you enjoy most about being an SI leader?
Being around people. The group works, like these people are so amazing.
Wow, so we really got you a group. He's a big group work fan now.
Yeah, definitely, because like earlier in the first 2 semesters I was like bound by a few particular set of groups. I never reached out other people, or I never did networking. Right now, I am getting few different opportunities for my own career growth too.
Yeah.
Because like I would say earlier I didn't know what fields or like what kind of things I should target. Right now, after connecting with previous SI leaders like Joshua or JT, they helped me define a lot. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I did like few things to collaborate on. I have one project in my mind, which I am like getting ideas from Harun. And right now, me and Harun are doing one DSA thing, which is for our courses too and for our career too. So we have subscribed to an email which sends out daily questions, and we try to solve it daily. We collaborate it. So the questions are designed based on our CSCI 41 courses. So we get a lot of ideas, or a lot of thinking like what questions should we choose. Like sometimes we choose questions from that. So yeah,
that's very creative, and you're right. Like you become more used to being able to kind of move away from like, okay, I got this, I'll do it on my own, to like I can like pick people's brains and get other ideas. So I'm glad that that's definitely fostered. What would you say is the hardest part about being an SI leader?
The hardest part, I would say, the one thing which I have was time management, and sometimes like few things, scheduling. So like I take an example from today's morning. I usually wake up at around 8 or 9 if I don't have early morning lectures to attend. But during the time, I sometimes forgot to send an email, or I be close to once. So let's say if I have a session at 2, I send it at around 10 or around that.
Right.
So almost 3 to 4 hours before. So like those particular limits are one of the things which I find it was hardest for me.
Like sending the emails beforehand?
So the most hardest was the verification like 24 hours before.
Gotcha.
So what I do is I do it like day before. I usually have meetings in the afternoons or something like that due to my final project.
Yeah.
So I usually send it at around the time limit, at around, let's say it's 24 hours at dot 24 hours.
Gotcha. So like kind of like the deadlines imposed on like, well, obviously like if your session's a certain day, that kind of dictates what your 24 hours is going to be, right?
And the second thing was using the supplies. For I mostly use supplies for the icebreaker, but for the session it's like designing a lot. So yeah, sometimes I do it very good, sometimes based on the topics.
Yeah. And obviously, like, you know, supplies has come and gone in waves. You know, we don't necessarily push supplies, but also, you know, I think and it doesn't even have to be like the tangible supplies, right? I think it's just the creativity that's applied to like the sessions and how you're reviewing the content with students, right? So if I was your mentor listening, I'd be taking notes right now and like, we got to talk about some of these, But no, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, there's a certain level of discipline. I feel like, you know, with the time management stuff, I feel like I'm glad that you talked about like now you're using like a calendar to kind of keep you on there, because like.
Yeah, it helped me a lot, because during the last semester when I was new SI leader in the starting of first weeks, I definitely was on the edge of sending the mails. Right now, what I would do is I have few automated AI written scripts. What they do is, just almost like 24 to 25 hours before for the mail to the students. What they do is they alert me if they don't have the planning form in hand. They get the planning form, they suggest me a few ideas what type of mails I could write. They give me quirky ideas. So my titles are always like so funny. It has CSCI 41 and also it has like funny things in it. So
I gotta see one of these emails.
Yeah. So one of the session I used feynman techniques. So the title was like, let's make it. It was like something like, let's mean it to teach it, or something. It was like that. But yeah, it gives me so much of ideas, and then I write my email and I feed it into that agent system. At around particular time before time limit, the 1 hour before that, it sends an mail.
Gotcha.
So it's yeah.
Well, yeah, I know you're using tools to kind of streamline that, which is nice. Okay, all right. So, what would you say is something that most people would not know about you unless they took the time to get to know you?
Okay, so mostly all the people's, when sometimes like I have seen this on the weekend, they ask like, what are you doing on the weekend? So I like fit myself doing some kind of projects or doing applications for other jobs or learning for that. So mostly my weekends are on to this ones, nothing more than that. And another one is, right now if somebody is saying me, they would say I'm not kind of active person. But during like just 4 years ago, after before the colleges, I was in my high school. I was in national level karate bronze medalist. I played lawn tennis. I was Northwest region silver medalist, and I played cricket for my high school. Yeah.
Okay.
I was almost slimmer than Harun. But after that, when
if we're talking high school, so was I.
So after getting. After getting into college, it was like just sitting in front of computer. I became less active, and I was just became my life. So
well, how was that transition for you? Because like you said, like there's computer science is a very unique field, right? Like you're very much, it can be very isolating in what you're doing, and so it's interesting, like, because I feel like some of the computer science people on our team are some of the most social people, active in the chat. Like the collaboration's a lot driven by that, and so but yet the career path is very kind of isolating.
So basically it's like just sitting at one place. It's that field is not so active one, but it needs collaboration from other people to solve different kind of questions or to like move ahead in your career. So the transition which you talked about is like during my high school, it was a very disciplined one. I used to be in a hostel from 8th grade, as I said earlier. So my schedule was like wake up at the 5 in the morning, then by I was in a holistic school. So at 6 we have to do puja, like going to the temple. At 7 we went to school. 1:30 came back from school. We sleep for 1 hour, then study time, sports, then again at the night study, and we sleep by 11. So it was a perfect day.
A perfect day.
I mean, like sleeping by 11. Right now, I do not sleep before 12 or 1.
So, oh man, wow, I am learning a lot. But I think, well, because I was gonna ask, but it sounds like you kind of already answered. Because it's like when your schedule's being made for you, but then you kind of now get the freedom to create your schedule, but yet you still kind of keep the same. Structure.
So that thing, like my high school taught me a lot, because that thing we used to live in hostel, so there were rectors, so they took care of different students. They used to come, they used to wake us up at around, so if it was winters, then we used to wake up at 6. If it was summers, then we used to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. So they used to come to us, they wake us up, tell us like just go get a bath and come back. It was like, it taught me discipline. That phase was the best one.
I bet it did. Okay, so we're going to end with some rapid fire questions, Aryan. So you just kind of answer one or the other, okay? Coffee or energy drinks?
Neither.
Tea. Good for you.
I'm a tea guy.
Yeah. Early bird or night owl, which I feel like you're both. Based on your schedule. Beach or mountains?
Mountains.
Okay. Text or calls?
Text.
Okay. 8 a.m. class or night class?
8 a.m.
Okay. Study in silence or study with music?
In silence.
Okay. Do you have a favorite artist?
For the music?
Yeah, like musical artists.
Yeah, I like my the folk music artists in my own languages, in my mother tongue. So it gives me energy,
Yeah, nice. Favorite place to eat in Fresno?
Favorite place to eat in Fresno? Oh, there are a few Indian places out there. One is called, I forgot the name, oh my god. I forgot the name, but I know the place.
You can send it in the chat later.
Yeah, I would definitely. But it sells like so good Indian things.
Okay, nice.
I got the name. Fusion India.
Fusion India. Okay, wow. You got food recommendations from Aryan. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us and letting us know. I learned a lot about your schedule and rigidness of the schedule. But alrighty.